So, Jack, without further ado, let's start with the most important position in all of football. Your favorite position, the quarterback. Grade kind of, what's been your grade for the quarterbacks thus far?
I thought you were going to say long snapper. I thought that's where you were going with this, but
No, so I wasn't talking about the position that you played. Obviously, you're not a good football player. You only can get relegated to long snapper. I meant the quarterback.
well, long snapper is kind of like a quarterback. You're just throwing the ball between your legs. But
That's true.
the quarterback for me, I've got the quarterback getting a grade of a B. You look at that. You go back through this year. Trey Lance started off week one, struggled a little bit there. Had a couple of touchdown passes I think that could have been. One of them he missed. The other one he didn't throw and took a sack instead. Threw an interception, and then the downpour happened, and at that point it was kind of out of his hands. So he was around 50% at that point. Led a field goal drive on the first possession, week two. Then he breaks his ankle. He's out for the season. Jimmy Garoppolo comes in, and Garoppolo's been pretty much who he's been the entire time he's been here, which is a guy who is, he's going to be in that B to C range, maybe even a C minus at times, but
Right.
most of the time he's an above average to above average. So, I'm going with a B here just because there's a number of categories in which he's a top 10 quarterback in terms of stats. And you look at those numbers that he's put up, and the fact that the 49ers passing offense has been pretty good. I give him a B.
I think I'm in a similar boat. I'm going to go one notch down. I know you're normally the negative Nancy. Unfortunately, that's me today. I'm going to give the group a B minus. You talked about Trey Lance. Game one was a struggle. 13 of 28, 164 passing yards, had the interception as well. Not that great of an offensive performance, but I really liked what the 49ers offense had in Trey Lance's performance in week two, specifically on the ground and the way that it was able to facilitate that running game. Garoppolo came in, did not like his Denver performance at all. I thought that was arguably his worst performance as a 49er. And after that, you've slowly seen him start to get into a rhythm. And we saw what happened when Garoppolo got into a rhythm last year when the 49ers had that strong stretch in the second half. And remember, Garoppolo getting into a rhythm does not mean he's Patrick Mahomes. Don't take that, like, when we say positive compliments, don't take it too far necessarily, but you can't discount what Garoppolo has done. I think I've been a little more impressed than expected this year with Garoppolo's performance. He's the same quarterback. He will have turnover-worthy plays, but I've liked the way that he's been a little more aggressive. Perhaps that comes with a contract year. And I've liked the way that he's approached this season in general. I liked what I saw in the second half against the Rams, and that he was a lot more patient. You saw Christian McCaffrey get 8 targets. A running back never has gotten, 9 targets. A running back hasn't gotten that many targets in the offense. What does that mean? He went through his progressions to hit that fourth guy. So I've seen glimpses of Garoppolo be able to go through his progressions, which hasn't been the case always. And I've seen him throw the deep ball at a higher rate. I think his big time throw percentage still stands around 5% on the year, one of the top marks in football. So you're going to get the bad with Garoppolo. That's certainly going to happen. But I've liked what I've seen in the good from Garoppolo, which is why I'm giving the grade a B minus right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I would go in that range. Like I said, and I agree with you too. The Denver game, I think, was probably his worst game as a member of the 49ers. So, but you look at that was also start one. You also have to look at Denver, the defense in Denver too. Look at what Garoppolo did against them, and then compare what a guy like who they're going to play when they come out for their bye week, Justin Herbert. Look what Justin Herbert did against the Denver Broncos. His numbers weren't all that different from Garoppolo's, except for he didn't step out of the back of the end zone, which is a big deal. But you look at it, and Garoppolo is who he is, and you look at moving forward for the rest of this year, and it's going to be interesting to see if what we saw in Los Angeles can translate to the rest of the season. Because if it does, I think the 49ers are in a really good spot here.
Exactly. And the group of playmakers around Garoppolo make it so that Garoppolo doesn't necessarily have to be a hero. He hasn't had to play that hero ball role in San Francisco. And that, in a way, has limited the chances of turnovers, which is the biggest flaw that he's had in his career. He's been a turnover-prone quarterback, which has erased the positive plays that he's had in his career, and the turnovers have come in inopportune times, hence the Chiefs game. But Garoppolo, if he can continue to maintain this level of consistency, at least that what he showed in the Rams game, show these glimpses that he won't be a detriment to the offense, but rather can carry this offense to where it can place the ball in playmakers' hands, it's a good sign for the 49ers.
Yeah, and that's it too, because with we're going to get to the running backs in a second, so that's why I haven't gone there. But I think that the change that they made recently, it really uh, plays to his strengths now, and it'll play to this, to helping out Trey Lance next year if he's the starting quarterback as well. So definitely, I think they've made some moves that are really going to help them out.